Clifford Oluoch, and I wear different hats. One of them is a head teacher at Premier Academy, where I head the prep school with 600 students. But the one that I'm, should I say, commonly known as or famously known for is running an outfit called Homeless of Nairobi, which is registered under the Odijo Foundation, Odijo being the name for teacher. We deal with mainly rescuing street boys, which is something that we've been doing for the last 6 years. Interestingly, I grew up in Eastlands, Jericho, and it's a tough neighborhood. That confidence of the tough neighborhood we faced in Eastlands is something that has helped me a lot with dealing with all these street boys. But that tough neighborhood is something that built some resilience in me. And the first time I walked into the streets, I looked straight into the eyes of the guys and told them, "Hey, niaje wase?" And they were like, "Okay, are you a soldier?" "No, mimi ni Odijo." But more than just the tough neighborhood, something else that was ingrained in me as a student was spirit of service, which is going beyond your comfort level. Odijo Foundation runs 5 major programs in Nairobi and its environs. First is a daily feeding program for 100 street families every day in Westlands, where they get 1 hot meal a day at 1 o'clock. That's the first program that we run. The second one is rescue any children who want to be institutionalized or go back to school. We have a children's home, or an orphanage as they call it, in Gashia, and it has about 30 kids aged between 5 and 18. All of them are school going, so that's our second program. The other 3 programs are in the slums, and all these are actually economic empowerment programs. So within the slums, we have an eatery, or they call hotel in the slums, which we just started. And this one is the one that cooks for the guys who go out on the streets. But we also want to start selling food. So there's a hotel over there. We have a movie hall or a video place whereby we beam EPL games and we earn some money, and we use that money to generate. And then finally, we have a dressmaking school where we train mothers, single mothers in the slums, and also the street boys themselves, so that they can learn some skills. We need help, and surprisingly, the biggest help that we need and we never get is actually mentorship. Our rate of relapse is very high because once the boys come from rehab, there's no one to help them to move to the next step. So the biggest help I'm going to ask for today is mentorship, in the form of coming to visit and to talk, even if it's once a week, once a month, once a year. I know we are moving towards Christmas, so it's very easy to move into a children's home and splash goods and everything and then disappear for another 1 year. But more than that, have you talked to them? Have you listened to their stories? Right? So that's the first one. The second one is actually mentorship through work placement or apprenticeship, right? All those people, all those corporates, just take one fellow and let the fellow spend 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month at your workplace and let them see how it is different from the streets. That's the biggest thing that I'll ask for today. I need mentors, mentors, and mentors. We got kids, street kids, going back to school. And that to me became the beginning of what I'll call personal satisfaction. There's just no measures of happiness as seeing some of those street boys move from the streets to the walls of the classroom, wearing uniform and just presentable and clean. To me, there's never been any comparison to when they just say, Odijo, nenda shule. Odijo, natakuwa pilot. Odijo, natakuwa mechanic. Odijo this, Odijo that. And the journey has not been only transformative on their part. It has also transformed me. I should say that I am very happy. I'm very satisfied. That has been our clarion call to do it different. So to do it right and to do it different.